Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for September 2nd through the 8th. We are going to use two different oracle decks this week, only because I feel like a lot of people are in their feelings this week or going into this week. I don't want to say the energy is heavy because I don't necessarily feel like it's sad, but just deep. Like, just, I don't know. I feel like people are like more serious mood. So, like, let's get deep. Let's use oracle cards. So, we're going to see what is coming up for our Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising friends. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, we're going to connect and see what's coming up for our friends here, for you all. We have healing coming up, Gemini. Healing, 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 Monday, Tuesday. I told you, I mean, obviously we're using an oracle deck, but I told you this is like more kind of heavier energy. We've got healing coming up. So some of us are going to be focusing on our healing and focusing on what needs to be released at this time. There could be an energy for some of you where there's like just this feeling of overwhelming emotion. It might not necessarily be that something happened or like something is like something bad is gonna happen that you have to heal from. It's usually with cards like this, it's something from the past, something that's been with you for a really long time. Even when we look here with these bottles, like these are supposed to be old school like medicine kind of bottles, but it could also be for some of you, you could be putting down some kind of self-medicating habit, okay, whether it be drinking or smoking or partying, or if it's not a substance, it might be things like sex or being a workaholic. There's a lot of different ways that people self-medicate. So some of you might be just coming into ways in which you realize that, you know what, I might be doing something to avoid a certain emotion, or I might be running away from my problems, or you might feel ready to take something on, like full on. So some of you might be looking into doing something like checking in with a therapist, or looking for a therapist, or maybe doing like a shamanic ceremony, like a holistic kind of ceremony with a shaman, or you're thinking about it, or you're considering it, or you might just be doing something in terms of just taking care of yourself, taking some time out to take care of yourself. I feel like a lot of you are just you're annoyed with a lot of the people that are around you, a lot of the people that are in your life. And I feel like some of you are just coming into an energy where you're tired of feeling like you have to measure up to like certain expectations, or you're tired of feeling like, you have to make everybody else happy, right? Because a lot of the Geminis that I know, you guys like to be positive. Like, you like to be positive. You're very social, you're very friendly, the ones that I know anyway. And so I think underneath that, there's just like things that you don't want to dwell on. You're like, well, I don't want to be negative, or I don't want to get like all deep into that. So a lot of the things that maybe have been pushed down for a long time may be coming to the surface. And I feel that a lot of you are healing resentments. I keep hearing resentment, Gemini. So I think that could be at the core of what some of you are releasing. Keep in mind that these are general readings, okay? So they might resonate, they might not resonate. Some of it may resonate, all of it may resonate, none of it may resonate. They're general readings, so they're going to be different for different ones of you. And I do feel also, guys, the red here is really jumping out at me, the red and the green. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be healing also like financial blocks. If you've been having financial difficulty or financial trouble, some of you are like, hey, I make pretty decent money. Where is it all going? Why am I still struggling? I feel that, or love blocks also, because I feel like with the green and with the red, the green is the heart chakra for me, and the red would be the root chakra. And so those are the two chakras that a lot of people have trouble with when they're having experiences like trouble in money, or trouble in love. believe it or not, heart chakra will cause, if it's blocked, it will cause issues with receiving abundance. It's not just about love, because the heart is where we receive. Overall, Gemini, some of you might just also be learning to trust, or to let somebody else in, to let somebody else help you, to allow yourself to accept the love and help and support of another person. Because I feel like there's a lot of opening up and clearing happening in the heart and in the root chakras. That's just jumping out at me, okay? So next here, your Wednesday, Thursday, we have patience. So whatever this thing is that you're starting or that you're beginning on, it's going to require that you give yourself some time, okay? It's something that it's coming. It just might not happen right away. You know, it's going to be a bit of a journey. And in terms of you and your growth, you know, you have to understand and realize that it takes time to grow, right? Kids get frustrated all the time, right? They get frustrated about, you know, not being able to do certain things. You know, I think all of us at some point when we were kids, we said at least once in our childhood, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to be a grown-up. And we think of all the things we're going to do when we're a grown-up, right? And then we get to be grown-ups and we're like, oh, if I was a kid. Although I don't know. I don't mind being a grown-up. But anyway, so some of you just might be in this frustration that you're wanting to get ahead of yourselves. Like you're not happy with where things are in this time or in this moment. With this patience card, Gemini, I feel some of you are very tempted to be hard on yourselves in the middle of the week. Like you might be telling yourself, you know, that it's taking too long, or it should have been done by now, or you may have started some project and it's feeling kind of challenging for you. And patience is saying, give it time. Give it time, okay? It's going to come together. You're going to figure it out. You're going to get better at it. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get smarter. You're going to get wiser. You just need to give it time. Especially those of you Geminis who are going through a spiritual awakening. You might be frustrated with the state of a lot of things, not just within yourself, but within the world around you, things that you're realizing or seeing that maybe before you hadn't noticed. And again, Spirit is saying is just be patient. Just be patient. This is something that's going to be affected by time, right? You just keep doing work and allow time to do the rest. And just be patient with yourself and be patient with the situation. Next, we have here peace. Okay, peace, 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 peace. So this makes me think of Christmas when I see this card, because it has very much like a, I don't know, like a Renaissance Christian kind of art vibe to it. To me, it makes me think of Mary and Jesus, and then the symbolism with the lamb. So it makes me think of Christmas. So this is jumping out at me and making me feel like something might be happening for you guys significant. Whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever it is that you're impatient about, that by Christmas time, which if you don't know, Christmas time would be late December. By Christmas time, there's going to be very, very positive outcome to what you're working on, what you're impatient about right now. By Christmas time, it should be accomplished, or it should be in a good space. It should be in a good place, okay? It should be like have come into fruition and thriving and moving forward. So I just feel in some ways with this peace card, it's coming in also with a sense of timing. I feel like it's coming in with a double meaning for us this week, because it feels to me very continued from that patience card. In addition to that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this peace card is coming up to tell us that, you know, to focus to being at peace, okay? And some of you are reaching a level of peace, of inner peace, okay? A sense of inner peace. I feel like some of you need to turn off the distractions and spend time in the quiet. Like the peace and quiet, spend time in the quiet. I just feel like you need to be with your thoughts. You need to be with your feelings. And that a lot of you are going to find yourselves needing a lot of sleep towards the end of the week. One of the things that happens is we're healing and clearing, and we're overcoming blockages and pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. Even though it might not seem like we're doing really hard physical work, it takes a lot of energy out of us, and you're going to be tired. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand about awakening and about healing and about releasing things emotionally, energetically, spiritually. It will make you tired. It will give you some fatigue. So I feel as you're coming into the end of the week, Spirit is asking you to make time to be in the quiet, to make time to recharge. And some of you are needing that additional extra sleep. But I think it's going to be good for you that when it comes to sleeping in general, like try to make it a practice for you, even past this week or even past the end of the week, that before you do go to bed or before you do go to sleep, be in the quiet. Don't just eat dinner and rush and go to bed, or sit in front of the TV, turn the TV off and jump into bed. Do something to where like you're in the quiet. Okay, if you can take a bath before bed, if that's possible for you to do, or a shower. Some people don't like to take showers before bed because it wakes them up, but they feel like baths make them sleepy. But if you can do something with water before bed, that can be helpful because it's very soothing and because it's very grounding. I want you to try to practice to be in your, like, just centered in the moment, in the present, in the now, before you go to sleep. Because I feel like if you do that, not only are you going to sleep more peacefully, but I feel like you're going to be open and clear to where you're going to receive a lot more messages in your sleep, where you're going to receive a lot more guidance, maybe very helpful dreams, or just information that you're downloading in your sleep. We download a lot of information in our sleep. So I do feel that coming in for many of you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see what your spirit message is for the week. And as always, guys, watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, because some weeks your moon or rising sign may resonate more than others. It may just add a little extra information. And as always, if you're curious about which cards I used, I always have a link in the description of the video to which cards I used, if you want to check them out. So Gemini, spirit message for the week. We have trust. Now, you're being asked to trust that you are where you're meant to be in this moment. Remember how that patience came up for you, that a lot of you were feeling frustrated, or you wanted to like hurry up and be at a certain level already. And trust is saying have faith and have trust that things are happening within this divine timing, that things are going to work out, and that things are going to be okay. There's a lot of healing that's happening for you. A lot of healing that's happening for you. Because green to me symbolizes healing. Okay, because it makes me think of Archangel Raphael. And so this green that's coming in this way, it's almost like little by little she's turning green, right? So to me, it's like the healing energy is taking over, or the healing energy is filling her up. That's how I see it when I look at it. And so this is saying this is going to be a process, right? Because some of you Geminis are coming out of a time of a lot of blocks, where love life was really blocked, or money was really blocked, or all of the above, like everything. Maybe for some of you, everything. And when we start opening up to receive, whether we're receiving spiritual growth, whether we're receiving finances, whether we're receiving love, we cannot rush it. We can take it in only a little bit at a time. It's like a lot of the times when where relief aid or relief missions send food to countries where people are starving, they will get things like like broth, or just something that they're mixing with water. Because if the body hasn't had food in a long time, if somebody's genuinely, literally, for real starving, not starving like an expression like, oh, I'm so starving, I didn't eat breakfast, not starving like that, like somebody who's really starving, where their life is in danger because they haven't eaten for so long, the stomach can't process food. You have to give them some kind of liquids, or you have to give them very soft foods before they can process actual food. And that's where some of you Geminis are in this abundance that's coming in for you, or this love that's coming in for you. It has to come in a little bit at a time, right? Or like a plant that the soil is very dry. It hasn't been watered in a very long time. You cannot go putting a whole lot of water on dry soil. The soil can't soak it up, right? It can only take it in, like it has to, it takes time for the soil to be able to take that water in. Otherwise, you're going to drown the plant. The universe doesn't want to drown you. Okay, the universe doesn't want to overwhelm you. The universe is nursing you back to health, to where you can receive, because maybe you haven't received in a very long time. Okay, so it's coming in stages, and you're being asked to be patient with yourself in the meantime, and to trust that it's coming in bit by bit as you're ready for it, and as you're ready to process it and be grateful for it and not push it away. Okay, so Gemini, you might want to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign, just to see if there's more additional things in there that might resonate for you. Some of you are like, that's all fine and dandy, but what about my love life? I want to know more about my love life. I do love life readings separately on this channel, so if you click on the link in the description for the love videos, you'll be able to watch those. And if you would like a private reading, obviously I'm more than happy to do private readings. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will take you to schedule there. And everything is there, guys. The different readings I offer, the prices, scheduling, everything is there. And again, my dears, please, 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 please just be gentle with yourselves this week. Don't be critical. Don't push yourself too hard. I know it's easier said than done, but be proud of where you are. Trust in the process. Trust in the journey, because you're really headed towards some real, real substantial and long-term healing here, and being able to receive and coming out of these blockages. All right, my dears? I thank you so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week.